ladders, and chairs.
This event already has enough faults on its own, and I just want to get this over with. Brock Lesnar is the WWE Champion, did not show up to defend his title or wrestle in any sort of capacity, and is not even mentioned tonight. 30-sin penalty activated early on. Also, welcome to TLC, with 2 TLC matches, a tables match, a ladders match, and no chairs match. Seriously? We needed freaking 2 TLC matches tonight? That's another 5 cents for being a dumbass. The opening to TLC by means of using the Firefly Funhouse as the introduction was an absolutely genius move, and I'm loving it already. I'm removing the 5 sins I added 5 hours ago.
Angel or demon?
This demon, of course, is not even present in the arena for tonight's event. Sure, it appears on the screen, but aside from that, the Fiend is completely absent. We are in Minneapolis tonight. What a conveniently perfect time for Brock Lesnar to not show up. If you told me at the start of 2019 that Kofi Kingston will become WWE Champion, I would have said, yeah, right. If you told me at the end of 2019 that Kofi Kingston was WWE Champion, I would have said, yeah, right, based on how things look here.
You must climb a ladder.
Commentator stupidly states the rules of a match as if we don't already know how the damn match works cliche. We really want to press all the cliche buttons tonight to culminate the decade, don't we? Who brought a pancake to a ladder match? Guess what, Kofi? You did! I'm truthfully amazed that Dash Wilder didn't slip and fall over during his entrance after what happened on SmackDown 2 days ago.
Dawson certainly have a strategy.
Well, Scott Dawson's strategy looks pretty stupid to me, considering he's activated the first ladder introduced this too small to reach the prize cliche. Dash Wilder, on the other hand, looks to have a much better strategy.
Stay down just yet.
I was about to simply say, ow my hand, and activate a sin right then and there, but now I'm questioning why Scott decided to put his leg on the ring apron as if he wanted to start pole dancing. The fuck?
Wilder realizing.
I get that this is the Revival's first ever ladder match here in WWE, but do you mean to tell me that they absolutely suck at trying to put the damn ladder into the ring? Look at the way it's positioned. Also, if they set up the ladder like that just so either Big E or Kofi Kingston could dropkick it right back in their faces, then where the hell are they?
Kofi!
Oh, looks like I may have underestimated the Revival. Alright, I admit it, I had my doubts and did not see that coming. Props to them.
Off 2020, Kingston.
The high athleticism of Kofi Kingston still amazes us 11 years after he first showed up. That's a true star right there.
Off the second rope. Oh!
With all due respect to Kofi, he's a freaking idiot. That clearly hurt him more than it did both members of the Revival combined. Ladder tug-of-war.
Right leg, Big E into the ring.
Oh no! Scott is being attacked by Big E! Might as well start climbing down to help him instead of using Scott as a sacrifice while I unhook the titles and win the match for us both.
Yeah, be lucky if he can.
Big's E's are definitely being sour after this.
And the Revival.
Okay, I think Dash and Scott are starting to develop an obsession for this sort of thing. They might need to see therapists soon.
By the challengers!
Sorry, but that was just horrible. Horrible!
Kingston on the top rope. Oh!
That was also very horrible. Probably even worse than Big E slamming into the ladder. Dash turns and blocks his face before Kofi could even hit the ladder, while Scott had to rush just to get into position. That's a double sin.
Kofi Kingston, though, balancing on the top rope and able to take.
For now, I'll give this a pass because you could clearly see Kofi nearly losing his balance before he leaped off the top rope, so a successfully done Tornado DDT was unlikely. Still, he managed to do something good with what he had. Although, what the hell is up with Dash deciding to do a twirl in the air like he just joined the ballerina? I could have sworn it was a guy working with WWE backstage who once said, "This is professional wrestling, not ballet!"
Midway up the ladder. Oh!
That shatter machine would have been more awesome had it been from the top of the ladder, or at least a little higher than the usual height it's connected from. 1 ladder, 2 ladder, red ladder, blue ladder.
Save his partner.
Good lord, that's the 3rd time in less than 10 minutes that Big E has been damaged below the belt. I'm starting to feel really bad for him.
Oh my god, suplex through.
The fact that the ladder didn't break and Big E landed on the sharp edges before crashing to the ring canvas made this all the more brutal compared to the ladder easily breaking like nothing.
And this is gonna be worse. Wilder with a...
You're right, Corey, that was worse than the other moment, and when something is worse than a previous moment, it gets us in.
Kofi Kingston, however, using the...
Scott realized he was screwed, avoided getting hit by the title belts, and committed suicide. Ceiling Cam was hoping we could actually get through 1 ladder match without having to see it. It's not like it makes the moves look cooler from up there, just makes the wrestlers get little on the way down.
By covering him in dog food.
I'm adding 5 sins automatically for the pathetic idea of using dog food in the WWE. Not only was it embarrassing for Roman Reigns, but embarrassing to anyone watching it.
Tables, ladders.
No joke, King Corbin actually looks like he's struggling to remember his lines when he's reciting tables, ladders, and chairs. I don't blame him. The entire hype to this match has involved anything but TLC. Previously on TLC.
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Skip! Buddy Murphy committing Alistair right infringement well before Alistair Black even makes his entrance, probably thinking that gives him a pass from the sin. Guess what? It doesn't. WWE shoving their supercards in our face about as much as they shoved Hulu in our faces for many years. Oh, the horror.
Black looking for Black Mass right off rip.
Right off rip? Who the hell is Rip? And what match is Vic Joseph supposedly watching tonight? Likely not the one we are currently watching right now.
But when you talk about an athlete like Buddy Murphy,
Alistair looked to pin Buddy, then rolled off of him before Buddy could even kick out. Okay?
he's the type of guy that can get...
Show-offs.
Oh, is Buddy Murphy who...
It's cool and all, but I seriously don't see how sitting cross-legged is supposed to stop Alistair's opponents in their tracks. If anything, it makes Alistair more vulnerable, not Buddy. About 30 seconds of Buddy debating about attacking Alistair, which obviously would never work. Lo and behold, he tries anyway, and fails miserably.
Both these men undefeated. It's going to be a major setback to somebody.
Unless they both get counted out or disqualified at the same time, that is. Then their undefeated streaks would still remain. Not exactly an exciting factor, but a factor nonetheless.
What a knee to the jaw! Joe, what a knee to the jaw!
I'm pretty sure Samoa Joe heard you the first time you said that, Vic. No need to repeat it. It's not like Joe is deaf or anything.
Murphy, able to step jaw first!
Actually, arm first. Buddy Murphy wasting all the time in the world trying on Alistair Black's jacket. What a freaking idiot. No wonder he ends up losing the match.
Alistair Black, what? Whoa!
Jerry Lawler getting accidentally whacked by the jacket was one of the funniest moments of this match, without a doubt. Could've stopped laughing for a few minutes when that happened. Not gonna lie, those kicks Buddy gave Alistair were brutal and a great strategy to ensure that Alistair was knocked out before readying the powerbomb.
For that.
Monologuing is a villain's greatest weakness, Buddy. And guess what happens? Buddy loses this match as a result of his stupidity. Don't you just hate it when wrestlers lose due to their stupidity?
Murphy on the foot. Look out. Watch out.
These series of counters leading Ray into the Black Mass was a freaking epic way to end this good match. I enjoyed that for sure. So I'm gonna remove 3 sins.
By law, when my ex-wife remarries, I don't have to pay alimony.
And yet Rusev still decides to crash the wedding anyway, despite the elation of not having to pay alimony once Lana remarries. Rusev Day is exciting, though it doesn't feel the same without Aiden English, I'm just saying. Jesus, how many flashbacks are we gonna have tonight? We got a card big enough to complete the full 3 hours, and yet we're still resorting to flashbacks. Also, the flashback of Seth Rollins aligning with AOP to assault Kevin Owens does absolutely nothing for this pay-per-view event, considering that none of these guys are present for the show tonight. So why bother showing this? Wait until Raw the next night, when they actually are present. Inviting fans to eat KFC over the barricade is actually pretty dangerous, not to mention stupid. Ringside? Sure. But literally on the floor mats? What's wrong with you? And no, I'm not jealous because it's not me enjoying that food over the barricade, even though it looks so delicious. Nah, I'm hungry now. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Eric and Ivar, the only Vikings in Minnesota who are actually successful at what they do in sports.
That is oh so lame-ski.
Oh so lame-ski. Don't ever say that again.
See ya, baby.
Carl Anderson talks to inanimate objects and calls a trophy babe. Somewhere his wife is ready to file for a divorce, realizing he's cheating on her with a trophy.
Got OC at TLC, and they got some KFC.
Fuck you. With some fuck you, and a little bit of fuck you on the side.
WWE Digital.
Haha, you tripped.
They are the best tag.
If I have to deal with Jerry Lawler kissing the OC's ass about them being the best tag team in the world throughout the Sins videos in 2020, I may start reconsidering my decisions.
Change hands, Anderson. And a kick out at 2.
That was a kick out at 1, but who's paying attention? The answer, literally just me, and not the ones that should be.
Oh, that was a full-course meal.
A punch from Luke Gallows that obviously missed Eric is enough to qualify as a full-course meal, according to Samoa Joe.
Oh, look at this.
Overhead toss.
Carl Anderson clearly landed on his left leg, but for whatever reason, it's his right leg that suffered the damage in that fall. WWE logic.
Wait a minute. Look at the athleticism.
Leaping without the proper momentum to propel backwards mixed with the OC not being in the right positions, and Luke falling over despite not being hit whatsoever. I'm adding another 5 sins because this was severely bad.
Titles on the line.
Look out.
By the time Luke Gallows broke up the pin, this match should definitely be over. The referee stopped this count before Luke could even interfere. This match is over, and the Viking Raiders are still the Raw Tag Team Champions. Not too fucking hard to do here.
Outside. Referee just counted 10.
Now you see, this would not have happened if the referee hadn't been such an idiot and completed the 3 count earlier when Luke failed to interfere in time. God, this show sucks. Destruction of KFC. Promote it, then destroy it, I suppose. Also, post-match assault.
Move her and my entire family to an undisclosed location.
They're on the island where Luke Skywalker exiled himself on Octo. I know this because the Porgs are my secret spies. Get them! Even though it would also get panned by everyone, the way this feud has been going throughout the last month, a much more appropriate stipulation would have been a dog collar match or something. And get this, chairs were used the majority of the time, tables sporadically, and the ladders are barely touched. I'm throwing in 20 sins because this is not how a TLC match is supposed to be. Also, I know we've had several TLC matches with nothing at stake, but I don't care. A TLC match with nothing hanging above the ring makes the ladder completely irrelevant, and this match proves it. Why couldn't it have been a chairs match since there wasn't one scheduled tonight?
That is no way!
Skip!
Group of security!
King Corbin demands his security to go after Roman Reigns, but only one at a time. You got about 5 or 6 security and you're gonna just send one at a time?
Oh my god!
It's just a few feet off the ground, Michael, not Shane McMahon falling off Hell in a Cell.
This matchup does get underway!
This one sequence of a security guard getting put through a table and 2 chairs at the same time was more brutal and extreme than anything that follows in the actual TLC match itself. How freaking sad. Hey Roman, want to make this match exciting? See those many setup ladders on your left? Try throwing King Corbin into them, causing him and the ladders to go tumbling off the stage. No? Just gonna take him to the ring? Alright then, hope you have a better plan.
Last year,
Oh, so that's your big master plan that was totally better than the plan I gave you 5 seconds ago? Bravo, you suck. This match is 22 goddamn minutes long too, forgot to add. And it's a bad thing for this case given how pathetic the quality is.
he has no time for these plebeians.
Whatever the hell Corey Graves just said.
Smackdown after hit!
King Corbin is a dick to Roman's reigns. Not only are the ladders useless for climbing in this match, but King Corbin hit Roman in the most useless way possible. That didn't even look effective at all.
Choke slam!
For the next 7 minutes or so, it feels like both King Corbin and Roman Reigns completely forgot that this is a TLC match and not your average wrestling match.
And now again.
Copy Reigns infringement. When the fans have to do a "We want tables" chant to remind the wrestlers of what stipulation this match is, you know the wrestlers have failed.
Corbin just hit him with a can of dog food!
I cannot believe I would ever see the day where a can of freaking dog food would get more recognition than a majority of the weapons in a TLC match. That deserves 5 sins.
Dolph Ziggler!
No joke, the remaining 6 minutes of this horrible match is Roman getting assaulted 4-on-1 by King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and the Revival, all leading to the King's victory in the dumbest way possible. And because I'm too exhausted to do much of anything, here's another 15 sins and we'll call it a match. This is a little awkward. Neither world title is defended tonight. Brock Lesnar is a lazy bastard, and The Fiend is not competing, obviously. Not nearly as bad as Brock because at least Bray Wyatt is wrestling. Also, I've been hoping to see Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt compete ever since he arrived, and this was pretty cool and exciting.
Bray Wyatt, just a strange dude.
Hey, if you got a problem with me removing 10 sins because this was the greatest entrance of this fucking year, deal with it. When you have an epic and memorable entrance for literally 2 different personas, you're a golden superstar of professional wrestling. Bray Wyatt is the superstar.
Out here calling everybody, hey buddy!
Michael Cole is such an asshole. Leave Bray Wyatt alone and stop ruining the fun. Michael Cole is officially banned from the Firefly Funhouse, where all the legends go. The referee is showing The Miz the Universal Championship despite the fact that it's not even on the line tonight. You only do that with the challenger if the title is up for grabs. Otherwise, just put it away.
And Miz went right after Bray Wyatt.
The match should have been over as fast as it began, because the referee did his 5 count, got to 4, and The Miz still did not listen. He should be disqualified, and Bray Wyatt is the winner. Do your freaking job properly! Got your nose, you laughing idiot. And why are you laughing at me grabbing your nose, eh? There are so many times throughout this match that The Miz should have been disqualified because of his blatant disregard of the rules. If he was always going to do this, then why wasn't this match a chairs match or something? Not gonna lie, I was extremely disturbed by this sequence. Bray Wyatt is laughing about getting his arm potentially ripped out of his socket, and I thought The Fiend was the only one invincible to pain. Bray Wyatt tossing himself into the barricade helps put his shoulder back into place while at the same time showing how much of a disturbing creature he really is. And that is awesome. Horror in the Christmas days are always fun.
As he delivers his...
Wow, that was a very creative way to hit Sister Abigail on the floor, like a reverse of Randy Orton's signature DDT.
What the hell is that?
Oh, bullshit. Don't even pretend like you haven't seen that mallet before, Michael. It's been shown several times on the Firefly Funhouse, and let's not forget that it's appeared in several of The Fiend's matches, too. The Fiend murdered Daniel Bryan and ripped away his hair, and actually made him look 10 times better than when he had that unkempt style for years. If anything, we should be happy for anyone who ever gets murdered by The Fiend. Daniel Bryan is Captain America confirmed, as he is worthy to lift the hammer of Wyatt and thus wield the power. Why don't you do us one better and whack the Universal title instead? Maybe we get a better design then. This match between Rusev and Bobby Lashley is a tables match, yet the graphics forgot to display that. As much as this feud is one of the dumbest in history, the TMZ parody as the promo package leading up to this match was actually funny, and it worked, since TMZ also absolutely sucks.
And this is all about...
Bobby Lashley really wants to tick me off by wasting valuable time making out with Lana rather than compete in this tables match. Can we at least get this match over with?
Lana, wait a minute, dude!
What a bitch.
But all you have to do to win is put your opponent through that table.
Please don't turn into the other commentators where they constantly state the obvious about a match stipulation, Joe. We can't let Samoa Joe follow that too.
Whoa!
I suppose the ring post has just lost the tables match too. I guess we can say that the ring got put through a table for the first time ever.
He's building a lot of furniture in a lot of places, not getting a lot done.
Samoa Joe would be great at Son of a Sins 2 expansion, no doubt.
He's got to put Rusev through a table.
Holy shit! Vic Joseph is trying to break the record for most times he stated the obvious about a match stipulation. This match is only 13 minutes long, and he said it at least once every minute or two. Shut the fuck up already!
Yeah, but if he...
Bobby Lashley sucks at setting up tables about as much as this storyline sucks at being entertaining. Rusev wasting precious time walking as far away from Bobby as possible to grab a random barricade. Sure, let's just ignore the weapons that are literally on the stage and have a far better job at being effective. Also, why not just hit Bobby with the stairs one more time or something? A metal guardrail is a lot lighter than the stairs, so why not just use them again?
Oh, no!
Metal guardrail my ass. The moment the first table didn't break ruined any cool moment of the second table successfully breaking. What a shame. This brawl has been happening right beside the Street Profits for clearly a while given the location, and they somehow didn't notice until now. Simply take out Kairi Sane and the Women's Tag Team Championship and you got the exact same main event as last year's TLC.
History being made.
I would only call the Women's Tag Team titles being defended in a TLC match for the first time a big deal if they had existed for longer than 10 months at this point, which they haven't.
And Becky!
Ah, your voice cracked!
Oh, and Ryan and Asuka.
You know, if Roman Reigns and King Corbin did something like that every now and then during their TLC match earlier, it might have been better than it was.
And here we go!
Oh!
Man, if only the table broke, it would have been hilarious to see Charlotte Flair suddenly tumble down with Kairi Sane, to which she'd later blame it on Becky Lynch.
Red Rover, send Kyrie right over.
Don't even start with the cringe references, Joe. We already have Mauro Ranallo doing that.
The ladder back in the ring.
One of the ultimate ow my hands moments in the history of the WWE sins. It looked more like Becky blocked the chair with her hands and still somehow took damage.
Oh, no, don't do this! Oh.
Charlotte ruins this moment by placing her hands against the chair, ready to block the oncoming dropkick. If she knew it was coming all along, why didn't she push the chair back against Kairi or use her strength to toss herself and Asuka out of the way?
Oh.
There was a table completely set up for destruction and would have definitely done more damage to Asuka, but Team Queensmen decided to throw her softly against the ring post and do less damage. And yes, I just called them Team Queensmen. It's the only one that makes sense. Got any better names that make sense?
Watch out!
Oh man, that botch was so funny. Gonna throw a chair in the ring until it bounces off the ropes and lands on you instead.
That's it! Jeez!
Kairi doesn't realize that she's inadvertently given Charlotte and Becky more weapons to use to their own advantage, and this helps the Kabuki warriors much less than they think.
Charlotte, watch it!
Please stop, you're embarrassing yourself.
Nowhere for Kairi Sane.
How did neither Charlotte nor Becky see the obvious fire extinguisher on Kairi's legs before the nozzle came into view?
The greatest women's tag team in the history.
That may be because there's either no other legitimate tag teams in the women's division, or the rest of them completely suck. Hell, we don't even have a legit tag team challenger for the tag team titles tonight.
She tied the rope to the table.
That's a ladder, not a table. Also, I gotta admit that tying your opponent to a ladder opens up many possibilities of destruction and brutality. It's just a shame that it's never executed in this match.
Asuka, back into those steel steps.
Those are chairs, not steps. First Jerry Lawler, and now Vic Joseph. I guess we're just waiting on Samoa Joe to refer to a table as a kendo stick to complete the set of botches on commentary.
And now Asuka.
Oh my god, are you serious? There is no way you could confuse Kairi Sane with Asuka. Kairi is all red. Asuka has multiple colors in her hair.
Charlotte
Just loose enough.
Charlotte Flair loosen the rope.
Holy shit! I just might have to add in 3 sins for Vic constantly confusing everyone apart. This is not Charlotte Flair trapped in the ropes, you stupid dumbass. We're reaching Botcho Ronaldo levels of horrible botching.
Be on the same page.
Charlotte succeeded in hitting her big boot, whereas Becky completely missed Asuka in her clothesline attempt.
Oh!
Probably would have been more effective if Kairi leaped from the top rope instead of the damn ring apron, which is not even a foot higher than the table. Becky's arm is the only part of her body that hit the top rope. Other than that, she landed perfectly on her feet and suffered no further damage from the fall. But this is somehow enough to defeat her and allow Asuka to win the match for her team.
The Kabuki Warriors.
I get that you wanted to begin hype to the Royal Rumble, but come on! Can we ever give Asuka some respect here? Wins the main event TLC match for the second year in a row, and gets overshadowed by a brawl involving the entire locker room. Just like last year's TLC event, where Asuka won the main event and got overshadowed by Ronda Rousey.